Right, so the applied maths course, we need to define each of those terms on the right hand side. We'll start with graphs, nodes, and edges, and then in the next video, we'll cover weights, directed or undirected graphs, and then we'll do cycles and trees. So let's start with graphs. So they're just a finite set of dots connecting lines or connecting links. Finite just means that we can count them, as in there's not infinitely many of them. So the dots are called vertices, and the lines joining them are edges. So we saw the vertices or the nodes before might be cities, they might be people in a network, and then the edges are the relation or the connection between those cities or those people or objects on Wi-Fi, or even links between people when they were tracking the coronavirus. So people would have been represented by the nodes, and the links between them would have been represented by the edges. And that was actually a really important factor in constructing the coronavirus tracking app. So they use graph theory for that. Okay, let's have a look at the nodes. So in this case, we have 4 nodes, and nodes have to be denoted by a dot. So we'll see we have 2 crisscrossing lines in the middle. There's no dot there, which means that the lines or the connections don't actually meet at that crisscross in the center. So the vertices meet at 4 points on the edge of that square in the diagram. So again, nodes only occur where there is an explicit dot placed and not where 2 lines meet. Okay, we generally use capital letters to denote nodes or vertices. So Tuam might be represented as capital T, Galway is capital G, Dublin is capital D, and Ennis obviously is capital E. Right, let's have a look at the edges. So edges are the links between nodes. So edges connect 2 vertices or 2 nodes, and you can see that they're denoted with a lowercase letter. So nodes, uppercase letter, edges, lowercase letter. Okay, so let's have a look here. The first thing we want to see is how many nodes there are. And there are 4 nodes, each represented by the objects there. The dotted line between them then will be the vertices. Okay, in this case, the blue and orange dots are the nodes, and the edges there are the light blue lines connecting them. In this case, the dots representing the cities are the nodes, and the coloured lines are the edges connecting them. Here, the blue dots representing probably drug treatment methods or what drugs a person has received. They're the nodes, and the lines between them are edges. So we also have numbers there, and the numbers represent weighting or maybe how much of that drug each person was given or how difficult it was to subscribe that drug to them, something like that. And finally, the people here are the nodes, and the lines between them are the edges representing the connection between them.